Guys, we are back with another Instagram growth video. Are you looking for new ways to get new followers on Instagram? You are going to want to watch this because our Instagram growth tips will have you getting new followers this week. Stay tuned after the music drops. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. If you are new to the channel, we are High Season, a social media agency that helps business owners, entrepreneurs, and marketers step their social media game up and break the algorithm. We are back with one of our favorite topics, and one of your favorite topics as well, let's just say. And that is new tips, new Instagram growth tips so that you can get new followers on Instagram. And these are things you can implement this week. So we are giving you tactical tips. You can put them into practice this week. So, without further ado, actually, before I say that, this is kind of like a series that we have where we introduce fresh ideas that our viewers can implement this week. If you want to check out even more ideas, that'll be in the Instagram growth playlist for you. So as things keep coming to us, we're just going to keep putting them out there for you guys so you can implement new strategies. So, without further ado, let's get started.
The first way that you can gain new followers on Instagram this week is to post on Reels. We wanted to get the obvious one out right at the top of this video. If you're not posting on Reels at this point, unless you're in a country that doesn't have it, I don't know what you're up to, man. What are you doing? What are you doing with yourself? Reels are super key. We want to actually put a challenge out to you guys. We want you to post 3 Reels this week. If you don't know where to start, don't worry, we got you. We did a video recently about content ideas for Reels that are super helpful, that'll get your juices flowing at least so that you can come up with some fun ideas that suit your niche, that suit your business, that suit your whole vibe. So with Reels, as we kind of said in that other video, you don't have to point and dance and all this type of stuff that the kids
If you're not comfortable, it's fine.
So you can do the pointing, dancing thing if that suits your vibe and your audience's vibe, but you don't have to, because I guess that's what a lot of us see in Reels, and you might just automatically think, oh, that's what it's about. But there are so many different things you can do. One of the easiest one is to repurpose content. If you've already shot a video for something else, then just make it into a Reel.
Can I say, actually, on that one?
Please.
So we were even testing this for one of our clients, and we used videos that we previously had put out there, and then we cut them into 15-second reels, 15 to 30-second reels, and you should see the amount of views that we are getting on something we even posted previously, but now it's being introduced to a new audience and being pushed along with the algorithm. Instagram is pushing Reels very hard. You have to jump on this. But I will even put an example here for you, or wherever it fits nicely on the screen, of the difference of the exact same video posted in feed versus posted in Reels, and you will see the results between the two.
Yeah, it's wild how much of a difference it makes.
Yeah.
It really is.
And that's just repurposing. We didn't even need to film new content. So when you're thinking this week, it's like, is there something else I can use that I could just cut up and actually put out into a 9x16 and put it in Reels?
That's it. And you can make it different. You can add some text. You can add some music. You can make it different to the original piece with the tools that are within Reels itself. So there's so much you can do. Now, we actually did another video recently about the music side of things for business accounts. So I was going to either pop it up there. I feel like we're going to run out of things
Cards
very
pretty fast.
soon. So to be in one of the places. And for those who have a business account that can't access the music and they really want to do that, that video or this video, wherever it is going to explain different ways to work around that so that you're actually able to use Reels to its full potential.
The second tip that you can implement this week to attract new followers, to get new followers on Instagram, is by using carousels. Carousels is the strategy. If you are not using it, if we're gonna say like, hey, this is what your week's looking like right now, post Reels, post carousels, maybe throw one image in there, but those two, the carousels and the Reels, are so key. They have been so essential to us getting new followers on Instagram, and it's the same tips that we implement for our clients as well. And a pro tip with that carousel is at the end of the carousel, put a call to action that says, follow me for more of X. That lets people know. People need to know. They need to be told to do these things because they might just like it or save it. which is also why carousels are great.
100%.
Saves are huge with that, but they might like it or save it and they're like, cool, that's great, and then move on. But if you say, hey, follow me, more of this is coming, just like we say, subscribe, because we have a lot of great tips coming,
That's it.
then you bring that person into your world and they're going to hit that follow button. You just have to give them that call to action. So carousels all fall into the overall premise of Instagram, or the overall purpose of Instagram, which is to keep people people on the platform longer, and you do that with carousels because people have to swipe through. That lets Instagram know that you are posting engaging content based on how that person interacts with your content, and that allows you to reach more people and repeat this type of action of someone going through, someone spending a long time, Instagram serving it more, people following you. It's a beautiful formula that you need to take advantage of.
Done deal. Also, just like with Reels, you can repurpose content. We actually take our tips. So for example, if we want to promote this video on Instagram, we would just put the 5 tips on a carousel with a little bit of a snippet, like a one-liner talking about it, and then we would at the end direct them to follow us for that, or to also hit the link in our bio to watch the full video. So you don't have to come up with something super brand new. It's just repurposing. It's taking something you've already spent time, energy, and effort making, and then putting it into a new format.
Exactly.
The next tip that you can implement on Instagram this week to gain new followers is to use longer captions. We've talked about this before. We actually did a full video. I'm going to keep pointing up here just in case. It's my version of pointing and dancing.
There you go. Look at that.
About how to use longer captions and why they're important. But basically, writing longer captions has become a really important thing on Instagram recently due to the authenticity movement. People are tired of this fake lifestyle and overly face-tuned images. They want something real.
Facetune's still popping now.
It is still popping, but the overly face-tuned.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And that's why the photo dumps and things like that are popular. People are just popping things out there because it's just authentic. Now, the captions, keeping people on the post seems to be the theme so far with Reels. They're engaging and they keep them on there. With carousels, people are flicking through, they're sitting on your post longer. Longer captions also contribute to that. It's super important for the storytelling as well, for your brand or for your personal brand. Whatever you are trying to get across to your audience, you want to be able to put that in a nice caption that's easy to read, that's engaging, that keeps people on there. The best way to approach it is to have an engaging headline to grab people's attention. Like, this is what I learned from X. And as you go down, separate them into one line at a time or a couple of lines, just because you don't want that big chunk of text. It's going to kind of undo all the hard work that you just did with the headline and grabbing that attention. When you present it that way, it's just more engaging. It keeps people on and you're sort of leading them down a narrative throughout the post. So the key points here is that it needs to be relatable and it needs to be shareable. It needs to be something that people are going to want to either share via DM, via stories. And also, you're going to want to generate more engagement by asking a question, particularly if you're telling a story and something personal. That's going to generate actual real engagement because it's going to tick that emotion in people. And they're going to want to comment, and it's going to start some conversations in your comments there. So that's really the whole point of this, is telling that story, making it shareable, relatable, and getting the conversation started.
And I also like that because it helps you build better relationships with your followers, right?
Yeah,
so in the end, when you start building these relationships because you're having these conversations in the comment section, then you even start understanding your follower better, so you can start creating more content for them that fits them. It can even end up like steering your niche or your strategy in a completely different direction. It's like immediate focus group and immediate feedback or consumer feedback that you're getting. So that's also super key because that's immediate growth there that you can be seeing through this conversation that you're having, but also like working into a long-term strategy to let you know who the people are who are following you and what they want to see.
That's it.
The next tactic that you can implement to help you get new followers on Instagram this week is by using Instagram ads. Now, you can use Instagram ads as a real growth strategy. We covered this in this video here that you'll see. I broke down 5 ways, I believe, in that video for you guys on how you can use ads to grow. But there are different ways that you can implement these strategies, either through engagement ads, through traffic ads. But what you're doing is directing people to follow you by leveraging ads in Ads Manager. It's a bit technical for this video, so I don't want to repeat it all out again. We really went into depth, or I really went into depth in that video. You were in that video. So I'm leaving it up there, and we're going to put it in the description below as well for you so that you can check that out. Highly recommend. It's a really tactical video that showcases a few strategies that you can implement to get people to follow you. But Instagram ads, of course, that's one of the #1 ways to break through the algorithm. It's paid and it's not subject to the organic algorithm.
The next way you can gain new followers on Instagram this week is to use nano and micro influencers. We've done multiple videos on this in the past. I imagine we're tapped out on cards, so I'm just going to point down here and we'll put some of our other influencer marketing videos. So for smaller businesses or brands that just might not have a budget to pay for influencer marketing, there's another way around that, and that's to use the micro and nano influencers, because a lot of them are totally cool to do an exchange. So all you got to do is send them the product or the service or whatever it might be, and then they'll be able to create their content around that. That is a super key way to grow, because you're really just tapping into another audience. You're getting the cosign from the influencer who has the strong audience, and really those followers come in. We use that for one of our clients that you were referring to before.
Yeah, in our Instagram growth, one of our Instagram growth videos, we talked about it, but we used an influencer, or we partnered with an influencer to run a giveaway. So that was a really key one, because the driving mention was like, go follow to get XYZ.
Yeah.
But even in this instance that we're talking about here, it's just about that increased brand awareness. And if your profile is set up and ready to go, and you have partnered with the right influencer, then when they're talking about this amazing product and people click your name to go see it and land on your profile, they'll want to follow if it makes sense. So it's really about finding the right influencer. That's super key.
Very, very important. And also it's super handy to have a full campaign around it, potentially a branded hashtag and other activities that support what you're doing with the influencers. Obviously there's just sort of regular day-to-day PR that you could just be sending things out to people if you've got, you know, one of those type of business. Like we do a lot with beer and breweries, so they're releasing new beers, so they're sending stuff out to content creators regularly, and that just keeps the flow of content coming. But maybe there's like a big release or something really special that you're working on, and that can be a key part. That being the influencer side of things can be a real key part to support your other marketing efforts, whether it be ads or anything else that you might be doing.
And we have a video on how to know if an influencer is actually influential.
Yes.
And we'll leave that in the description below for you as well, so you don't run the risk of partnering with somebody who can't get you the results that you want.
Important.
It's very, very important. All right, guys, that is it for today. Those are our tips, our tactical tips, so that you can get new followers on Instagram. Please implement these tips. Let us know how you go in the comments below. We're going to be checking in with you in the comments, so let us know.
3 reels this week and the carousel.
Minimum, okay? Those really are the plugs, okay? So guys, listen, you know, when we say it, we really mean it. We're using it. We're using these tips, and we're trying to share them with you because we know that they work.
Yes.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos from us. Follow us everywhere on social media at High Season. Check out our blog post at highseasonco.com. Thanks for coming back to watch another video. We will see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.